Hello everyone, welcome back. Every time there's a new Chaos DLC, a lot of factions get affected, and of course the Warriors of Chaos usually benefit from this quite dramatically with new units, new playstyles, and so on. Well, some things are coming in for the Warriors of Chaos, which has made me quite surprised and, of course, quite happy. And considering that there's technically 4 Undivided Lords, Sigvald counts as Undivided, despite being Slaaneshi, and then 1 full Slaanesh Lord, that's 5 Lords which are going to get a bunch of benefits. So we're going to cut this video into 2 sections, Undivided and Slaanesh. So Undivided first, your Chaos Warriors will have access to the Dreadmaw, the Chimera, and the Marauder Bearmen. The Bearmen can't be upgraded because it's their own thing. So you won't be going Marauder, Bearmen, Chaos Warriors, and then Chosen. Don't worry about that, you're perfectly fine. They'll just pop up quite dynamically with the warband recruitment, which, remember, it's tied to your corruption, so it's not always the best. You're not going to be getting full armies of them, but it makes sense to have them there to allow you to pick them up. In most cases, you're going to be following usual Chaos Warriors and stuff, so it's perfectly fine. And yes, they can be upgraded. You can find them in skill lines and tech trees and so on, as far as I've been able to see, so that's pretty good in case you want those units, because the Marauder Bearmen, yeah, they're pretty good overall. It's littered all over the place, but it's good to see that at least these units are going to be usable in multiple factions, because I think people are going to have a lot of fun with them. And not only that, but Norsca is basically Chaos Light. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? It is. So when it comes to big creatures like that, yeah, it's always good to have that opportunity. It's the same thing as how the Beastmen keep winning, basically. All right, now the biggest win for me, which I'm really, really excited about. Your Chosen of Slaanesh can be upgraded into the Champions of Slaanesh, meaning that yes, you can doomstack them. This is actually a really big thing, because obviously this didn't happen for Khorne and has not been updated for Khorne. I'm imagining the Games Workshop said no when it came to the Wrathmongers and the rest, but we have a brand new unit here, which is doomstackable. Your Chosen will have to be rank 8 and will require the Vows of Excess technology, but this is a big win. So I've been playing a lot with Azazel, and it just feels great to have a goal there, right? Getting the big beasties, getting your aspiring champions, but God-touched. We still don't have these for, well, anyone else. I imagine Nurgle will get some in the future when the Putrid Blade Kings come in, and yeah, Khorne technically has them, but you can't upgrade them. This adds to the warband feature so dramatically. Not gonna lie, you kind of feel the missing pleasure knights, basically. I was hoping for some actual Knights of Slaanesh mounted on the snakes to upgrade from the Chaos Knights. Who knows again? I don't want to keep ragging on that, but it is a big bugbear at the moment. Back to the Champions of Slaanesh. Well, yeah, you can get them as gifts of the gods also, which is nice. So that means that you can just keep stacking them up. So you won't have to wait too long to be able to get your Champions of Slaanesh. It's a good feature overall. Your Pleasure Seekers are acquirable from here also, the usual stuff. But the upgrade feature is the best thing about it. It really, really feels good. And lastly for Slaanesh, yes, you have access to Slangors in the same way, warband recruitment. One thing I'd like, and this is just going into the wish list, I don't want to do that a lot during these showcases, but it'd be cool if the individualized mono-god Warriors of Chaos Lords had a little bit of a change for the buildings, just to, you know, spread more of the corruption for Slaanesh rather than Undivided and so on, because I feel like it would be better. Cultist building also, to be able to recruit a cultist would be fantastic, because it would really finish up the Warriors of Chaos fantasy, but you never know, you never know. I'll mention it to CA. Here's hoping. It would be kind of nice, but yeah. I do want to mention one thing, because obviously this is part of 7.0 with the rework and so on. Sometimes when you've got your Norscan vassals, they will kind of just make too many altars rather than normal gifted settlements. In fact, I gifted a bunch of settlements, but they were making altars. I'm not sure if that's intended. Maybe that's something internally there, but keep an eye on that, because obviously the settlements, while they can provide some fun units for the Norscans, it doesn't really provide their full infrastructure, so you want to keep that in mind just in case. Gifting is usually the best way to go. It's just, well, I mean, the vassals are crap anyway. They haven't been reworked, and it's a bit of an issue there. Same thing with the gifted settlements thing. I know this isn't a Warriors of Chaos update or anything, but I'm hoping that Creative Assembly will see these videos and go, yeah, that's something that we could do in the future, because yeah, you can only get them one at a time, or in some cases, you know, you need the settlement very close to your Warriors of Chaos faction. But the Warriors of Chaos are feeling really, really good right now. If they could just fix up a few things, especially since they're getting so much love lately, it would make them really perfect to play. This update might be small to some, but I'm going to give you my thoughts here. It's given me a good reason to go back to playing the Warriors of Chaos. Every now and then I do go back, but with a change like this, it's like, oh god, this is really, really cool. And we can expect this at least 1 or 2 more times to happen with an End Times DLC or a potential DLC for Egram Van Horseman if Creative Assembly ever decide to go back to Tzeentch. Nurgle, I'm kind of expecting. Being able to push up Mono God Chosen into their respective aspiring champions, so to speak, really adds in a lot of flavor for the game. The main thing here, the way I would see it is, really the Warriors of Chaos are in a very good spot. I don't expect them to get any more content in the future in terms of their own dedicated DLC, which could be done, but it would be a real big stretch. So stuff like this is really solving those problems. What I would say is the problems listed before, and then finally, if Creative Assembly could come back around the time that they do some more Warriors of Chaos content and decide, okay, we're going to allow you to build more Dark Fortresses for a silly amount of souls, I think that's going to fix up and finally finish the Warriors of Chaos, where the gameplay loop is the same, and you're always stuck in the Northern Chaos Waste, the Southern Chaos Waste. There's no incentive for you to push down. So that, Vassals, and a few other things, I think the Warriors of Chaos would be fully completed. It's been fun playing Azazel again, not gonna lie. I didn't really need much of a reason, but it was really cool to get that incentive back. And it makes me kind of hopeful for the future when it comes to like an End Times DLC with Putrid Blight Kings and so on. Here's hoping it's that and not going by the same format that's happened to the Wrathmongers, because I feel like that just kind of belittled the use of certain units. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of a discussion, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. There's a lot of videos coming out. I'm not sure when this one's coming out, but I imagine that this is going to be one of the 3 videos a day ones. So yeah, I'll see you all again very soon, guys, and I should be live on twitch.tv/thegreatbookofgrudges streaming. Who knows? My schedule's a bit all over the place right now. But yeah, see you guys. Bye.